One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
No touch. No touch.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's good.
Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out.
A short one there, caught by Granson.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
First down carry for Barkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught. And he'll go down the middle for getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Or just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope he can create a little bit of havoc.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone,
caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. They got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 with a 22-yard.
Over first down team at their own 22-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. The first carry down. This is Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down and 8.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing. Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Now we can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Prescott.
Right back to Tolbert.
That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Brian Anger
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 40s.
the 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. That flag, that'll push him back 5.
Say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide to Barkley. And at the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Downfield as well, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Prescott buying time to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Prescott's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Saquon Barkley. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Now 2nd and 3. Hurts.
It's Brown. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Barkley inside handoff. And he stopped immediately there.
DeMarvion overshown, the one to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. This pass hauled in by Dodson.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Shedding the tackle. Gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking for Dodson, he's got him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards that time.
That's another.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They go play action with Hurts. Going right back to Dodson.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 7.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Barkley on the counter. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurts. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Nuove. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second down and 4. Gets this out wide to Pickens.
So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try it on 4th. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he backs it away and throws down incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Here's one deep for Pickens. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And it's caught inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
There's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
3rd down and 10.
Now Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing on second down. Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down. Screen. They'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Here's Hurts. A short one there, caught by Granson. Past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11 now. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He dumps it off to Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, now hang on here, because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
effort's going to move them around.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Now first carry for their fullback. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Prescott steps away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboys field goal.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing the second-half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. This one goes out wide for Barker.
They'll get him down to a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Hurts. And he's going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of the first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. He'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now a 2nd and 10. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Dallas.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Donovan Ezeraku now with his second sack here on opening night. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Saquon Barkley running right. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Complete 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing his Hurts. It was caught. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep at Brown. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll drop the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. They wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. The kick away out of it is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this
position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. That's good for 28 yards.
28-yard gain.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. There he goes outside. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone.
Scusami, ma come sono adesso purtroppo dovevo andare comunque mancavano 2 minuti. Dimmi tu cosa hai